is a surface water sport in which the wave rider, referred to as the surfer, rides on a forward or deep face of a moving wave, which is usually carrying the surfer towards the shore. You guys pretty much know what surfing is, right? And paddleboarding, there are different types. Paddleboarding is this, basically a longboard with a paddle. Don't really surf with it. Bodyboarding is where you have a boogie board and you're usually going on your stomach while riding the wave. Now body surfing is you have no board, you use your body as the board. Okay. So the origin of surfing was said to be in the Polynesian culture. There's two distinct stories. Surfing was observed by the Europeans at Tahiti in 1767 by Samuel Wallace and his crew. But the better story that everybody else uses is by James King, was the lieutenant on Captain James Cook's ship.
Yeah.
When Cook was murdered in 1779, James King was completing his journal and he wrote about the art of surfing by observing the Hawaiian people. And yeah, that's just a picture of Oahu. As you can see, Diamond Head right there. Okay, nice. So two famous surfers that are pretty much my favorite. Comm, which was the father of modern surfing, lived from 1890 to 1968. Now this man wasn't just like a great surfer, he was also a businessman, lawman, an early beach volleyball player, and a 5-time Olympic medalist, which is pretty awesome. And another great hero was Eddie Aikau, a famous surfer, lived from 1948 to 1978. Now this man was a brave man, the very first lifeguard at Waimea Bay, beach on the island of Oahu. And as this man was on duty, they said nobody lost their lives. He was a very brave man. He braved, they said, 30-foot waves to save people's lives. And there was a story that made this man a hero, which I'm going to tell you. So it all started with the Polynesian Voyaging Society. They were going on a 30-day journey around the islands on an ancient Hawaiian migrating, path. So he joined the crew, and about 12 miles off the shore of Molokai, the Hokulea, a double-hulled canoe sprung a leak, and 12 miles off the shore of Molokai, it capsized. And this man, as they were capsized, this man, being the brave man that he is, told everybody that he was going to go on his board and paddle back to shore to find help. So he did that, and later the U.S. Coast Guard came and saved all their lives. But Eddie Aikau was never found ever again. So he gave his life to save theirs. Next. So some surfing stats. The most money ever made by a surfer was $3 million by Kelly Slater. The height of the biggest wave ever recorded, 1,740 feet. That's a big wave. Recorded number of people surfing the same wave simultaneously, 103. On one wave at the same time. And these are just shark attack stats. So there's a 1 in 63 chance of dying from the flu, but there's a 1 in 3,700,000 chance of being attacked by a shark. In 1997, room fresheners have injured 2,600 Americans. Sharks have injured 13. And the last one, the U.S. averages 19 shark attacks a year, and lightning kills about 41 people a year in coastal states alone. Next. And some surfing quotes that we should all know. A well-known one is Eddie would go, referred to Eddie Aikau. Being the brave man that he is, Eddie would go, And one of my favorite quotes from Comm, the best surfer out there is the one having the most fun. And I really like that one because I used to surf a lot. Well, I still surf a lot actually. And there are those cocky surfers that are just like, you know, I'm the best. You guys all suck. But you know, it's not about that. You just need to have fun and have a good time. And then by Kelly Slater. Refer to surfing. It's like the mafia. Once you're in, you're in. There's no getting out. And I think this can be referred to like any, you know, your love, whatever you love, you know, you're not going to get out of it. And the surfing narrative is a shark attack, by the way, with some unlikely rescuers. So, in California's Monterey Bay in August of 2007, Todd Engers, a 24-year-old man, was surfing at Marina State Beach. So he's catching some waves. He's got out there a while. As he was paddling back out, note that there was dolphins playing in the waves like right by him as he passed. So as he's resting on his board 75 yards out of the shore, he was launched 15 feet into the air. And obviously he knows what did this. A 16-foot great white shark then attacked him, digging his jaws into his back. So at this point he's being ragdolled and pretty much torn up by the shark. Then 6 bottlenose dolphins were leaping out of the water, heading in Todd's direction. The dolphins basically saved his lives as they were circling Todd, and he believed that dolphins created a protective wall between him and the shark, which is pretty cool, actually. And then, as he came up, John Jensen, a surfer that was watching the whole thing, rescued Todd and brought him back to shore. And I believe he had like 500 stitches and like 350 staples to put him back together. Yeah, and the last surfing narrative. This is the first time Paulina Oswald, her first time surfing. And you know, she explains it as she was going as fast as a train with the wave thundering below me. Yeah. And that's it.